Lightning sizzled across the night sky. Erin woke up in fright. Boom! The thunder rumbled loudly and the panes in the window rattled. Crack! Another flash of lightning illuminated the bedroom, casting shadows of the pitching palm trees onto the walls. Erin groped for the bedside lamp and switched it on. Nothing happened. She pushed the switch again and again. There was no light. Another clap of thunder made her scream. "Ah, Grandma, Grandma!" she cried. Jessie sat up in bed. "What's going on?" "Grandma!" Erin called again. "It's just a summer storm," said Jessie. A beam of light bobbed into the bedroom. It was Grandma, carrying a torch. "It's just Erin," Jessie explained. "You know how she gets scared of thunder and lightning." Grandma sat on Erin's bed and gave her a cuddle. "Oh, storms used to scare me too," she said. "The lamp wouldn't work," said Erin, wiping her eyes. "Yeah, there's been a blackout," said Grandma. "The power lines must be down somewhere." Crack! More lightning. Erin bolted onto Grandma's lap and buried her face in her dressing gown. "I got an idea," said Grandma. "Let's take all the pillows and quilts and camp in the hallway." "Yeah, that'll be fun," said Jessie, jumping out of bed. "Give me the torch, Grandma. You both wait here." He ran through the rooms of the house, collecting all the pillows, cushions and quilts he could carry, and he dumped them in the hall. Then he went back for Grandma and Erin. "Give me a hand spreading out all the quilts, Erin," said Grandma. Jessie shone the torch so they could see, and Grandma, with Erin's help, made a comfortable nest between the wooden walls of the hall. When they were all settled on top of layers of cushions and quilts, Erin sighed. She felt much safer. The long hallway had no windows, and with every bedroom door closed, the flashes of lightning weren't as intense and threatening, and the sound of the thunder was muffled. "Why aren't you scared of storms anymore, Grandma?" asked Jessie. "Is it because you're old?" Grandma laughed. "No, Jessie, you could be frightened whether you're young or old, but I have learned that Jesus is with me, no matter where I am or what's going on around me. Remember the stories I've been telling you about Daniel?" The twins nodded. "Seeing we're all awake, I'll tell you another one. This story is about Daniel's 3 friends. When the Babylonians invaded Israel, they took many Jews as captives back to Babylon. King Nebuchadnezzar promoted 3 captives to be officials in Babylon and gave them new Babylonian names: Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego. King Nebuchadnezzar made an image of gold, 27 meters high and 2.7 meters wide, and he set it up on the plain of Dura in Babylon. All the rulers and officials were summoned to attend the dedication of the image. A herald loudly proclaimed, "Everybody is commanded, as soon as you hear musical instruments, you must fall down and worship the image of gold that King Nebuchadnezzar has set up. Anyone who does not fall down and worship will immediately be thrown into a blazing furnace." As soon as the music played, everyone bowed down to the golden image. Everyone, that is, except the Jews, Meshach, Shadrach and Abednego. They believed they should worship God and Him only. The Babylonian astrologers reported to Nebuchadnezzar that Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego had not bowed before the image of gold, nor did they worship his gods. At that, the king flew into a rage and ordered the three men to be brought before him. He gave them one more chance to bow down when the music played, or they would be thrown into the furnace. "Do you think there is any God who can save you?" he shouted. The three men bravely replied, "Your Majesty, if the God whom we serve is able to save us from the blazing furnace and from your power, then he will. But even if he doesn't, we will not worship your God, and we will not bow down to the gold statue." Nebuchadnezzar lost his temper, and his face turned red with anger. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The strongest men in his army tied the 3 Jews up and threw them, fully clothed, into the roaring furnace. Suddenly, Nebuchadnezzar leapt to his feet in amazement. "Didn't we tie up 3 men and throw them into the blazing furnace?" he asked. They answered, "Yes, we did, Your Majesty." "Then why do I see 4 men walking around in the fire?" he asked. "They are not tied up, and they show no sign of being hurt. And the 4th one looks like an angel or son of God." So Nebuchadnezzar went up to the door of the blazing furnace and called out, "Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego, servants of the supreme God, come out!" And they came out at once. All the princes, governors, and other officials gathered to look at the 3 men, who had not been harmed by the fire. Their hair was not singed, their clothes were not burned, and there was no smell of smoke on them. The king said, "Praise the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He sent his angel and rescued these men who serve and trust him. They disobeyed my orders and risked their lives rather than bow down and worship any god except their own. I command that if anyone speaks disrespectfully of the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, he is to be punished. There is no other God who can rescue like this." Then the king promoted Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Now, where was Jesus during that terrifying time? Grandma asked the twins. "In the furnace," said Erin. "He was the 4th person." Grandma nodded. Whatever problem you face, Jesus will face it with you, because sometimes you just have to go through it. You'll go through the fire, but you won't be burned. "We won't even smell stinky like smoke," said Erin. "Yeah," said Jesse, "but no one's going to throw me into a furnace." "No," said Grandma. "That was Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's problem. Your problem might be trouble at school, or not getting on with someone in the family, or being afraid of storms," she added, giving Erin a cuddle. Light shone from underneath the twins' bedroom door. "Ah, the lamp has come on," said Jessie. "The power lines must have been fixed," said Grandma. "How about we all try and get some sleep now? We've got another big day at the post office tomorrow." "Can Erin and I still sleep here in the hallway? It'll be more fun," said Jessie. "Oh, of course you can," smiled Grandma, getting to her feet. "I'll just go and turn that lamp off." And then she turned and she looked at Erin. "Or would you like me to leave it on?" Erin shook her head. "I'm all right, Grandma. I know Jesus is with me." Grandma smiled. "Good night," she said softly. "God bless." Thanks for watching. Go to kuikidsministry.com.au and you can read the story for yourself and download the colouring sheet for free. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.